At another moment, Miu comments that she will give him a strategy. She explains that, although there are 20 of them, the school is huge, so they shouldn't all stay together looking for them. According to her, it will be a crushing victory, as long as he follows her instructions. Meanwhile, in another part of the building, Akita is running away from a group of students. He reflects that he hasn't run at full speed since the last physical fitness test, and that he's only just starting to feel exhausted. He stops just as one of his pursuers asks if he's already tired. The pursuer demands that he try harder, insisting that if he gives up so quickly, everything will get boring. But then, looking to the side, he takes a direct hit to the face. The responsible person is Miu. The young man tries to get up while cursing her, but she runs toward him and kicks him in the face, knocking him out. She then announces that there's one less. The other boys, seeing her, wonder if she was waiting for them. She confirms it and asks them not to worry, as from now on she won't use any more tricks. Now, she's going to crush them head-on. Akita, observing the situation, thinks that 2 against 5 is more than he expected, but he has no other choice. He analyzes what would be the most effective attack in such a numerical disadvantage. He knows that grappling techniques are useless, as they could step on his head while trying to execute them. So, he concludes that the best alternative is the lightning fist, whose advantage is that it doesn't make him lose balance, and if he knocks down one opponent, he can immediately continue with the next. However, that only works if he manages to defeat the enemy in a single blow, which doesn't happen. He considers that even for an expert, it's hard to finish someone with just one strike. And if he fails, he'll be instantly counterattacked by several opponents. He wonders then what he should do, convinced he made a mistake. At that moment, Miu takes action and explains that a great difference in strength can decide a fight in an instant, with precisely a sufficiently powerful attack, which works even on tatamis or mats. She refers to the throw, a technique she executes against her adversary, severely injuring him. One of the rivals shouts, asking what she's doing and accusing her of being crazy, questioning what would happen if someone died. Miu responds by asking if they got into the ring unprepared to die. Meanwhile, the masked man asks for a report, and the young man who is smoking responds that 6 have already fallen. He adds that he will reduce the surveillance and force them to fight, as they might try to escape. But Bartkibi replies that it's not necessary. He says that if Miu intervenes too much, everything will become more interesting, so there's no other option. He then orders to release the Shinonomi brothers. The smoker asks if it's really okay to do this, and the masked man answers that it's better than losing, although he would have preferred to avoid it, as terror is a success for certain people. Still, he asks if he understands what gore means to a specific audience. Meanwhile, Akita continues fighting and manages to knock out his opponent with a couple of techniques. Miu observes the scene and reflects that he has more potential than she imagined, wondering if he'll shine once they refine him. She approaches her teammate and asks him to leave. However, someone comments that it's a shame they crossed paths with them. Miu looks at them and orders them to come closer, stating that the canon duo will face them. Hearing that, Akita asks if they didn't have another name. At that moment, one of the boys runs toward him and tackles him, something that surprises the student, as his opponent moved very quickly. He then lifts him up and throws him against a window, breaking it and causing Akita to fall into the void.
ありがとうみんな。ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとう。ありがとうね。